Alright, this is gonna be a much shorter video than the last one because this second version of the website never really got off the ground. I'm gonna explain to you why that is. And it's one, maybe two, depending on how you see it, simple words. Overscoping. Basically, if you don't know what that means, but I mean you probably do, but it means, as making a project bigger than you can handle. And that's kind of what this was. So originally, I even say my original one was overscoping, but that can be worked on, and I'll explain that in the next video. But there's basically, including the index page, there's to be 9 pages, and that's how it is in the remake, but once again, I'll get to that. This was going to be that and more, and so already that's more than I want, or more than I think is reasonable to make just one person just get it done, put it out there. Or I could do it, but I think it's I guess more time spent on it than is reasonable. So here's the main page. Like I said, it didn't really get off the ground. Uh, I don't even have the icon bars because, excuse me. At this point, this kind of was before I started programming. I was in my first semester, but it was early on from what I remember. So this is early, just it's on the edge basically. And so since I knew what I wanted to do, I saved the icon bars for later because I wanted to know, a better way to do them than making them absolute. So this is just a marquee, and there is like an actual marquee. I can't remember if it's a tag or yeah, I think it is a tag, but it's depreciated. So I kind of followed a tutorial to get it, and that is in my current one as well. But it's pretty simple. It's just these two classes and then animation so that it scrolls. And you'll see that in a second. And here's the problem. This is going to be, a visual novel website. And see here, it still has the visual novel oddity's name. It has the header. But then I ended up having this idea where I was gonna do like review everything that I have on my shelf, and that's say what you will about that, but that's unrelated. This basically what I would describe it as now is trying to make a website just of me, things that I'm interested in, and I'm interested in visual novels. But if you go to a visual novel page and you see this, you're gonna be like, what? Yeah, you're just gonna say what? So yeah, I guess there's nothing crazy weird in here. I guess having the paragraphs like this, I don't really do that anymore, but that's more so a preference than something that you would call weird. And I don't do as many spaces anymore either. Just I like making it cleaner. Back then I like making it more spread out. So that's just basically everything that you would call weird in here could also just be considered as preference. So I'll show what it looks like. I don't even link to the second page on the front page, so I have two open here. So here, this is actually, once again, you'll see it in the next video. This is actually kind of what the current website front page looks like. It's just, there's more stuff. There's background, there's a header, and there's the marquee. And then here, see this, it looks like it's from a completely different website. It's basically uh, wall text, ranking on my shelf, and then ranking the things. So yeah, this is a I don't think I'm really too interested in doing a website on this anymore. Maybe someday, but I don't really have any passion for it. And since it's a personal website, that's something that is kind of more important. So, yeah, I guess the lesson here is just don't overscope. That's something that I have gotten better at. I'll just mention this now. I'll mention in the next video, but just kind of a lesson, just to further the lesson here, I suppose. Um, On my current website, it's the same where not the same as this, the same as the last one where it's an index page and then the 8 kind of category pages. So, that's a lot. That's, spend a lot of time on that. But I'm kind of doing it in a way where those category pages can be their own separate websites. So basically, what that means is every time I finish a category page, I have an entire website that I can show off instead of, 1/9 of a website instead. So that's kind of my smart way of doing it, so that I can basically work on that while also, having finished products in a timely manner. And that's a think if possible, that's something that you should do for personal projects. A bigger project if it's possible as well, like for work or whatever. But that's just a way to think about it, and just basically think about something before you make it. Think about how much time it's gonna take. What assets you're gonna need. I think something that I've learned is that gathering all the images you're gonna need sometimes does take quite a while. So doing that as the first thing is really good. So yeah, I guess this is see, it's not too visually interesting since I didn't have much here, but it was more so a lesson. And I guess the only thing I would say is maybe put a background on this because it is I think it's pretty readable, but some parts in the gradient background not so much, but it's not everything. But yeah, that's pretty much it this time, and see you next time.